This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, headed the UAE delegation who are participating in the 32nd session of the GCC Supreme Council at Dir'iya Palace in Riyadh on Monday. In his inaugural speech, the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz of Saudi Arabia, welcomed leaders and heads of GCC countries, stressing the need to confront the challenges that require everyone to be vigilant and united. King Abdullah called on the GCC countries to bypass the stage of cooperation to the Union in a single entity to achieve good and drive out evil. Speaking to media representatives upon his arrival, Sheikh Mohammed expressed trust that the outcome of the summit, headed by King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, will further enhance unity and solidarity between Gulf states. Sheikh Mohammed stressed on the keenness of the GCC leaders to make the summit a success and boost the integration process on all levels. Dubai's vision as a global maritime hub took another major step forward today as the business district was launched at Dubai Maritime City under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum, the chairman of Dubai World Maritime. Located on the man-made peninsula of Dubai between Dry Docks and Port Rashid, the 121-hectare business district was officially inaugurated today. Khamis Juma Bouamim, the chairman of Dry Docks and Maritime, also announced 6 new projects which are currently underway. As 90% of the region's imports and exports are done by sea, this facility aims to meet the trading needs of a niche market and cater to a wide range of vessels, tankers, offshore supply vessels, as well as anchor handling tugs.
We're clearly looking into trying to maximize our maximize our profit, reduce our costing structure, right-sizing our business to a model that has a potential growth. We, as you would appreciate, we expanded heavily in the past years. And now we're recognizing that because of the economical situation and the downturn, global downturn, we have to rethink that model. And as we rethink that model, it brings positive, creativity in it. And I think this is part of our thinking of innovating into a trend where it will be a positive contributor in the future.
Estimated to cost around 2.5 billion dirhams, the business district will serve as the main business growth engine of Dubai Maritime City, accounting for nearly 90% of its projected total income in 2013. Encompassing facilities such as commercial, industrial, academic, residential and lifestyle components, Dubai Maritime City is the world's first maritime cluster with an integrated development. The design will serve as a unique place for the maritime community to work, live and play.
The total expenditure depends how you look at it, because if you're talking about from inception till now or whatever, but I would take you differently. I think the projects we will have, there'll be quite large amount of money. We will not announce it because we will allow the developer to announce it themselves, to announce how much is each of them is investing. The best way to look at it, these are mammoth projects because these are towers and they are also multi-use towers, and they will be quite a signature. Some part of them is a signature towers, so it'll be quite impressive.
UNHCR representatives, senior UAE foreign ministry officials and UN agencies and experts gathered in Abu Dhabi today to brainstorm an emergency plan to address the humanitarian situation in Somalia. Experts gave presentations on the dimension of the Somali humanitarian, social and economic crisis and adequate mechanisms to tackle it as soon as possible. The UNHCR is calling out for more aid as there is still a significant amount to do to fight the ongoing battle against drought. Relief agencies are still struggling to cope with famine numbers, which left more than 12 million in need of humanitarian assistance. United Nations declared a famine in 2 regions of southern Somalia on July the 20th, where 3.7 million people were going hungry. Mr. Bruno Geddo, the UNHCR representative in Somalia, who was at the forum in Abu Dhabi today, has come straight from the field and gave us an update on the current situation.
The situation in southern Somalia has improved because in August, 750,000 people were exposed to famine as a result of our massive injection of assistance. By November, this number had gone down to 250,000. At the same time, 3.3 million people remain in need of urgent life-saving interventions in the sectors of food, health, nutrition, shelter, and protection. There is no room for complacency. Because this is the most serious humanitarian crisis in the world today, it is the worst famine in 60 years, it will need 2 full rainy seasons and agricultural cycles to be able to make sure that the conditions have been overcome for famine not to return. It means that our emergency response will have to go on until and through September 2012. Situation on the ground has now become even more complicated because of military interventions from the region, whereby we anticipate that there will be additional fighting, additional population displacement at the very same time where the people who are in need of humanitarian assistance will become more difficult to reach.
The UAE has dedicated a whole host of donations through government and charitable organisations, and it is still of the utmost importance that people continue to delve into their pockets to help, as millions are counting on us.
People who feel the need, the moral imperative to assist Somalis who are in the midst of so much suffering after 20 years of surviving in the war, they can do something which may be small but very meaningful. They can contact a private set of fundraising for UNHCR and offer to get a monthly fee subscription to pay to help implement our emergency response programs in southern Somalia.
Flash floods and landslides in the Philippines have killed more than 900 people, destroyed crops and swept away houses. The Filipino community here in the UAE are calling on expats and nationals to take initiative towards assisting and supporting the flood victims. The Philippine Christian Church in Dubai, in collaboration with LBC, have gathered to collect various goods such as food, water, clothes and medicines to help more than 330,000 displaced flood victims. LBC, a Philippines Express courier service, have offered to transport these goods free of charge to the Philippines.
I'm part of the Filipino community here, especially the Filipino church here in Dubai, Jebel Ali. We call the church the Filipino Christian Church of Dubai. When I heard about the news about the typhoon in the Philippines, Sendong, that raged in Cagayan de Oro and Iligan, I personally feel saddened about it. From the church itself, we were under the mission and evangelism, where I'm the head of the ministry. I felt, along with the other leaders of the mission and evangelism, we felt that it's the time to take some step to help in terms of relief.
Feel sorry for the Philippines, because just hearing how most of the people there were unaware of it, which that totally gets to me. It makes me want to cry, because I am from the Philippines and I have families that live there, and thinking about all the children and their families, how they without any warning, they just have to face that kind of disaster. That makes me sad. There are a lot of people that have lost everything. Okay, they were without a clue. So I was hoping we could, at least send a few things we don't use anymore to, clothes and stuff like that, to Philippines.
Winners of the Student Design Challenge at this year's Index exhibition were awarded an opportunity to recreate the Natuzzi sound chair. Referred to as the design team, 7 final-year interior design students from Manipal University took 3 weeks to remodel the state-of-the-art chair, utilising bolts and Swarovski crystals. The one-of-a-kind redesigned creation has recently been unveiled to the public and currently for sale for 30,000 dirhams. Sale proceeds from the iconic piece will go to Dubai Cares in a bid to support their international campaign Education for Children to promote talent and education.
We decided to think on our own and find out what exactly can we add to this existing icon. So I wanted to do something that was very different in 3D. So I thought of using the bolts, and then after that, and we had other friends as well who were using the Swarovski crystals. So we tried to bring those two together, and we came up with this idea of mixing both the elements, the same way that the sound chair has mixed technology and furniture, ergonomics. So we wanted to do that with this abstract art as well. And after that, we decided to work on different elements. So we thought of using the sound waves as a basic inspiration, and then that sound wave developed into more curvy lines, so they became more feminine. Then we realized that, okay, it's a masculine chair, we have to balance it out now. So we thought of getting something very stark, that is the border around there, the thick border. And then after that, it just started working on that, like the way you compose your own music. So we started composing the entire art piece on its own.
I think it's exciting. I mean, while they were working, it was good. And when I saw the end result, it was fantastic. I think they've done a brilliant job.
And up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.